Okay, so how fast is an easy run or a recovery run? I get asked that all the time on Instagram, in person. First of all, why do we do easy runs? Now, the reason you do an easy run or recovery run is because you've got some structure in your week. And the structure, if you're training for a 5K, a 10K, a marathon, an ultra marathon, it's pretty simple. You've got a midweek interval session that focuses on your speed, and you've got a weekend long run that focuses on building your endurance and building your stamina. So the recovery runs and easy runs follow those two key sessions so that your body is able to recover optimally as fuller and faster as it possibly can, so that you can go harder in that long run and interval session, so your super compensation, essentially your improvement, is more. Now that might sound a little complicated, but essentially what we're trying to do and what's important is that we're not running every single run at the same speed. The recovery runs, which are super easy, it's kind of like, how is my body feeling? Easy runs, a little bit faster, but not much. And you're getting the body ready, pumping blood throughout the muscles, flushing out all the toxins, recovering as fast as you can in order to be able to go faster on the interval day and the long run day. So recovery run. So yesterday I did a hard session, hill session on the treadmill. I feel it in the glutes, I feel it in the hamstrings, I feel it some in the calves. I woke up this morning and I think, definitely not ready to go hard again, but I'm okay to go out, and I know that it's beneficial to me to go for a walk and go for an easy run. Now, if you feel really beat up, there's probably a problem there. Now, you don't want to do your hard sessions so hard that it takes you days, a few days or even weeks to recover. You don't want to do that too hard. That's what you feel from a race, and that leave that kind of energy, that kind of effort level to the race. What you want to do is stretch the elastic band to a point where you're improving, so that your body is taking on an amount of stress, so that next time you give it that stress, it can easily manage it, and then you can build upon that. And that's your interval session in your long run. But an easy run, how would it look like? So I will start off walking like this. Just very, very easy walking. And what I'm doing when I'm walking, and I'm kind of like, literally, this is the start of my warm-up, I'm thinking, are my glutes engaging? How do they feel? How does the body feel? Like, how do my ankles feel? How do my knees feel? Can I feel my muscle groups that I want to be using within this run? Super important for me. Then I'm thinking exactly the same as what I'm thinking when I'm doing any type of run, whether it's easy, recovery, interval session, a fast session, or a long run. Are my toes, ankles, knees, hips all aligned? And then once I get to a point, I'll walk for 5 minutes. That might be about 500 meters, and it'll be super easy. And this is a check on the body. Am I actually ready to run today? Or was yesterday too hard? That's the important question to ask yourself. Reason for the walking? I've done it for about 6 years, and I feel that if I look at my stats, and everything is tracked now, whether it's Strava, Garmin Connect, or whatever your watch is, when I look at the stats, my injury, the number of injuries I have or niggles that stop me from running reduces massively if I just put a small walk. If you haven't, I've definitely got that extra 5 minutes if it means an injury or 2 injuries less every year. So I'll walk, and then when I feel comfortable, I'll just stop the watch, I'll calculate all that, and I'll just kind of figure out, are my calves, just simple calf raises, are my calves ready? Because they're probably the first kind of muscles, the smaller muscles in the lower leg. They're the first muscles that are going to feel if we've got a problem. And we really want to feel that, okay, we've done the interval session yesterday. It's a strong session, we've gone hard, but you've not got the benefit from that session until you've gone through the recovery run the next day and then an easy run, and then you've got the benefit from that session. That session is not yet over. You've not got the super compensation from that big session until your body has actually recovered. Okay, and then what I'll do after that 5 minute walk is turn that into a really easy run. And that will be, it's so slow, it's like a shuffle. What I'll be doing is I'll make sure that my arms are moving in the right way. They're straight, they're coming up to just over nipple height. And they're literally governing, controlling the way the feet land, and that the toes, ankle, knee and hip are all aligned, and that I'm landing mid-foot. I'm also checking that, you know, do I feel light on my feet? Do I feel light? Are my feet fast? And so after a kind of 200, 300 meters, I might start to put some, you know, just some simple stuff into the warm-up just to make sure, okay, it can handle that as well. It can handle that as well. And so that's as simple as it can be, but from there, it doesn't matter about pace. And that's the main answer to this question. It really doesn't matter about pace. What matters is you go into this run, this recovery run, after a big session, and you're thinking, the purpose of this run, and always be thinking that when you go for a run, what is the purpose of this run? What am I trying to get out of this? If it's interval session, you're trying to build on your lactate threshold. You're trying to increase your lactate threshold level, your speed endurance, your ability to go fast in that second gear at maybe race pace, at 10K pace or half marathon pace or a marathon pace. If it's a long run, the purpose of that run is to build endurance. For the recovery session, the purpose is to recover as fast and as full as you possibly can. So you want this, you probably don't feel like it when you wake up after a big session, but the purpose of this is to go super slow so that by the end of the run, your body feels more fresh and fit and alive, and you're also more positive mentally because that big session has taken a toll on you, but now you're recovered. And then you feel so much better about the following day, which is an easy run. Good luck with it, and if you have any questions about that, if you're running all your runs at the moment at the same pace, which a lot of people do, they'll just go out and they'll run every day or every other day at exactly the same pace. Your body's going to get used to that, and so it's very difficult to kind of like move forward. If you're trying to, whether it's lose weight or you're trying to get in shape, if you're trying to run a faster time, then you need to kind of have progressions within your training. And to have those progressions, you need to have structure in your training, which, as I said before, it's that midweek interval session to build your speed, and then it's that weekend long run. It's not complicated running. It doesn't matter what anybody says. There's definitely an art to coaching, but it's not complicated. You've got to improve your endurance and stamina. It's exactly the same thing. And then you've got to improve your speed. You've got to get used to going fast so that once you get to the race, whatever you're training for, whatever distance you're training for or event, that feels comfortable. So it feels comfortable for you to pace, and it feels comfortable for you to move over the ground for the amount of time that it's going to take you to complete the race. Let me know what you're training for. Let me know how your easy runs are going and what usual mistakes you make. Like, don't let the heart rate, the big mistake is letting the heart rate go too high. Now, what is a low heart rate? It depends on you, and it's kind of like the easy figure for me to give you is 65%. So go at 65% of your maximum heart rate. What's your maximum heart rate? 220 minus your age is a good guess. But what the main purpose is that your recovery run, your easy runs, you can have a chat with your friend next to you if you want to, because you're not exerting yourself that much. It's all about pushing blood, pumping it around the body and flushing out those toxins. Good luck.